Do you have the audio thing?
Of course I do.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You're joining us once again, like every Thursday, for the ERC 100. I completely forgot we don't have qualifying anymore. I was thinking, oh yeah, qualifying, don't worry about it. I'm joined by Kacper as always, my lovely co-commentator who is not lead commentating today.
Hi,
How are you?
hello.
How
I'm
are
all
you today?
right. Yeah, we should add a little bit of context to this. I've been having past couple of streams. I've been having technical difficulties, and I've still not been able to diagnose what on earth they actually are. So I'm letting Angelo take the lead on this.
Indeed, that's happened sometimes that I took lead commentary, but we're used to it. It's not our first rodeo.
Not the first time.
We're racing around Spain, as you can see. Or maybe not. It's just the Aramco sponsorship that you can see. I would recognize it as Spain just looking at the pit lane, which is funny.
Yeah, yeah. That looks like Spain. I I can't really think of anywhere else.
It is Spain. It is Spain. So
Hmm. Yeah, if we had Mugello, I'd say it's pretty close to that, but obviously it's not Mugello.
no. Mugello. There's like a hill that goes up in the background. I would recognize. It's you just know.
Mr. Italian over here.
No, it's not just even that. I could look at one very close-up shot of a part of a corner and I could say, yes, this is Belgium.
Fair. Fair enough. But right, we're what, round 10, I think?
11.
Round 11
We're at
of,
round 11, of
of 14.
course. 14. Ooh, it's already getting so close. The championship is really tight, as many of you know. Do we have here?
Championship's always tight in in ERC.
That is true. It's always like something that gets decided 2 or 1 round on the final round or the penultimate. Usually. Pit stops, pits, drivers. What tires do we have? We've got lots of mediums and soft runners, and actually, there's one hard tire runner. That is all gold in the Ferrari HP. Ferrari actually causing a lot of media attention lately because, of course, Lewis Hamilton exists now.
What, like he didn't exist before?
No, he didn't. He didn't exist. Don't worry. Last week, I actually had a race last week here, 100% race in a fellow league that we also commentate on. UCR. I always say URC instead of UCR. I didn't last long, unfortunately. The lag of somebody decided to destroy my car.
Yeah. However, the man is the man is from New Zealand. Am I correct in thinking? So
that is true.
there is unfortunately not much that you can do. We're around Imola tomorrow night. Me and Sam are going to be in the comms box. I might be a little bit late, but Sam's definitely going to be there. That's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. At Imola.
Indeed. You get to see me drive the absolute bathtub of the Williams. I was about to say something else. No,
right.
No, it's not. It's not. Not around Spain.
Oh, is it not?
No. It was horrible. That car. Oh, somebody switched to the hard tires. It's Gary. Both Mercedes, I think.
Oh.
Switching to the hard tire compound. Let's see details. Yep. Yeah, both Mercedes.
Both Mercedes and 3 soft tires.
You see,
Stucker Boy, all gold, and a Scar.
You see, there's a little problem with this. I've tested it out. The hard tire is durable, yes, but it's gonna be very slow compared to the soft and the medium. Yes. Last week, basically pretty much everyone avoided the hards at UCR. The game suggests you start on the soft or on the medium, and you want to follow the game suggestion. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the game's usually got some pretty decent suggestions as is. So there's not much to do with that, but a couple of hard runners could be interesting. We'll see how safety cars play out. Could be going just hard to get rid of the tyre and then go medium. That could be an option.
That is correct, yeah. There is also a potential. Soft tire. Did you said somebody brought the soft tires quite a long way here as well? It was also your C100, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. But I had a guy on the previous game. Carry 36 laps out of the set of softs. Do you want to do opening lap or do you want me to do it?
You can do it. Don't worry. Because you can do it better than I do. I can't grasp the concept of 20 cars or 13 cars. There's too much going on. It's not quite 20
cars.
It's not quite. It feels like it.
It's 13 cars, but right, let's have a look. 13 cars on the start lines, getting ready to go. Long straight down towards turn 1 here in Barcelona. All sorts of manic and chaos could happen. All 5 lights are on ahead of drivers.
There's a drive to penalty. No!
Runs away already. Stuckerboy looks to have a good start off of that soft. He needs that. He needs that in order to capitalise on that soft tire which he started on. He could even take the lead of the race here down in towards turn 1.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Here comes Senna. Round he goes. Round he goes.
No, the two Aston Martins broke the golden rule.
Yeah, that
never crash into your teammate.
And it's still side by side a little bit further back as well. Scar and Allgold having at it, firing all cylinders. 3 wide, coming into turn 4, exit of 4 into 5. Master Bear and Scar side by side. Master Bear's lost 2 positions because both Allgold and Scar have got that soft compound tyre. They've just been able to sail through.
Yep, that is indeed what I was saying before. The soft tyre gives you a huge advantage. Especially against the harder compounds. It's bringing them up to temperature, getting them into working window is really difficult. Scar with a absolute madman of a dive makes it work actually. That was awesome. Made a little bit of contact. Yeah, it was a little bit of contact though between that front. Oh, dearie me, Allgold doing the half spinny thing. We know they do like to do that quite a lot.
Yes. Thing is, drivers have to, them pair have to be careful because they're the only ones sort of in the top pack now on that soft tyre. As Birdie's making moves through the pack on those hard tyres, surprisingly enough, down towards turn 1. He's got past Kenny for 9th place.
Indeed, it's actually something that I noticed as well. There's starting on the mediums. Yeah, against the AI, of course, is actually slower than when you
side by
start
side,
on the soft.
Gary and Master Bear into turn 4. Nicely done. Master Bear forced on the outside there by Gary. Those hards working surprisingly well.
They actually are.
What's happened to Bird here?
There's a potentially a mistake. Potentially a small mistake.
Doesn't look like damage.
No, there's no damage. No visual damage, at least.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's the Ferrari Captain Morgan being put under pressure by Scar. And those softs is absolutely nailing the field at the moment. Round the outside, inside now, he sent it.
Round he goes!
He already had damage to the end plate as well, from the looks of it. Misjudged that a bit there. It was a bit of a hefty dive, but yeah, wing damage. That was already there, by the way. That's one of the Mercedes having a look. That was Bird going past rookie license, actually.
Yeah.
Gary in the pits to service drive-through.
That's going into Catalonia corner. Meanwhile, it's very close up at the top. It's Jelly and Senna almost side by side. Jelly trying to make a move around the outside of 3. That's not happening. This early stage in the
inside,
race. Senna goes a little bit deep though. Switchback for the Williams side by side. Down towards 4 and 5. Jelly's got that outside through 5. That doesn't always work, but this time it's worked splendidly. For the French car, and up he goes towards, down he goes actually,
towards
yes. 3rd place, yeah.
The Williams, which I complained was so bad to drive last week, is actually doing pretty well in the hands of Jelly.
That just sounds like a skill issue, if anything, to me. Master Bear makes a mistake out of turn 9, and here we go. Exo makes his way through, tries to close off Stuckerboy, who is on that soft compound tyre. track problem for the Aston Martin, and now he's fighting with Bird, who's going to have the outside line towards 12. That's not going to happen, but a way to just sort of squeeze his nose in there. As in going Master Bear.
Damage, potentially.
Possibly.
I'll check it out. I can't see it now. Let's see. Lap times. What are the lap times that we are getting? Can you check for me what the top 3 are setting?
I can.
Top
PDMB,
5 actually.
Right, PDMB 18.0 on the last lap. Jelly 17.8 on the last lap. Senna 18.7, so struggling is Senna. Captain Morgan 17.6, good start for him up from 7th, and all goals. Despite that earlier problem, 17.4 needs really a little bit more pace to try and make his way through Master Bear's on the soft zone.
Let me check. Can you check in the incidents if he had a wing change?
Let me have a look. Pit stops. He has not had a wing change. It's just a simple change of tyres, so no damage.
Oh, okay. Either that or the game has messed him over.
Could be.
Not giving him the wing change. It's very close here for the lead. Oh, that's the... something's happened. Bird has made an uncharacteristic mistake from Bird there.
That looks to be exit of turn 12 into 13, so could be that glitch curb which we saw wreak havoc. And actually caused a red flag in UCR, but it could just be a problem on traction. So who really knows? But Bird, that is a bit of a surprise. Not often we see mistakes from him. Master Bear pitting once again to off those soft tyres. Unusual decision.
We'll see if that works out. Of course, it's a long race, and like we're seeing the soft is working pretty nicely. It does, and it does last. It does last. Surprisingly, a lot of time.
It does last. But you're not looking at really much more than 15-ish laps, I think. So
the practice runs I did, you could do about sort of 20-ish laps. I think until lap 22, and I think until lap 22 is the stints I did in the practice before I went on to another set of mediums. But they were still going pretty well.
That is a bit of a surprise. I thought realistically you'd like to talk about lap 15, and that's probably it. As top 5 making their way down to turn 1, Kenny's got past EXO for 6th place. That's about two South Africans for just outside the top 5. But I think the closest battle is the top 5 here.
Very close indeed. And the strategy, by the way, it could be a 2-stop. It could also be a 1-stop. But
one stop's brave.
1-stop is brave, but it can work. It can get you track position. Another thing, it does, but you just need to be able to defend into turn 1 in case they catch up to you. Because I've had this against the AI, the practice I did. The AI did catch up by doing an extra stop, so you can go both ways. It's very similar in terms of time.
Master Bear's coming into the pits again. Something's happening with him. I'll see if I can investigate. My concern is, like you said, that hard tyre does not really work all that well. Wing change. It's taking 3 laps
a lap down as well.
Wing change. It's taking 3 laps to get a wing change. The lap down already. That is unfortunate. Master Bear has got some legs. So
needs to save the car to save his race.
Yeah. I mean, we could see it, it's big, but there is a lot of runoff, so we might also not see it. That is a very, very real possibility.
That is true. I do agree. Pace-wise, sort of, still running sort of 18s, right? So low 18s, high 17s.
Yeah. Let me have a quick gander at some of these guys. Mid 17s last couple of laps for Jelly, where you put in a 17.2. Mid to high 17 for PDMB race leader. Captain Morgan. Yeah, it's mid to high-ish 17s. Some
Okay,
drivers
that's
are
fair
putting
enough.
in some drivers are putting in an occasional low 17 lap time, but it's sort of you're talking 17.5 to 17.7ish.
Of course, you've got a little bit of help from DRS as well. That's sort of the pace I was running last week before, unfortunately, not being able to demonstrate that. Around the outside, Jelly takes advantage of the straight line speed the Williams has got up its sleeve and gets ahead into turn 1. Around the outside, lovely move. Let's see if Jelly can pull away. Let's see if he's got pace in that Williams.
I mean, you didn't.
What?
I mean, you didn't. I'm joking.
What do you mean? I was running the same pace he's running now.
To be fair, you were about mid-pack, so you did have some pace. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Bird, something's happened to Bird again into the first chicane.
Bird is not having fun.
And he's got front wing damage.
Yeah. His car is completely dirty.
Wing damage.
Wing damage. Car is gone.
Yeah, that front right end play is nowhere to be seen.
So I wonder when I must have hit the wall by himself in that case, I believe, so I assume. The number 69 Williams, nice, of Jelly, having a slide there, launching it through the final corner. That wasn't that good. He went on the curb there. That puts him massively under pressure by PDMB, who gets past. With the help of DRS, the Alpine as well. Ooh, that's a rear
contact.
That's him rear-ending. All three of them rear-ended each other.
And the Ferraris are just going to be looking at that and thinking, thank you very much. I'd like to capitalise on this. Here comes Jelly, trying to force a way down towards turn 4. Could he?
Inside, actually.
No, not quite. Not quite close enough, but he's got the traction through the corner. Could be looking for a move on turn 5. We've seen a move into 5 round the outside before. Could we see it again? Here comes Jelly. Nicely done. He's still side by side. Credit to him. 3-6 into 7. He is at a bit of a disadvantage here.
He's not giving up.
Give that position up.
There
no, he has to give it up there. It sort of narrows it to one line.
Yeah,
he
does.
Really run side by side through chicane at 7 and 8 without the cooperation of the other driver.
Yeah, or you really, like you said, you really want to sort of, if you're on the outside there, wow, yeah, Gold saves it somehow. That was almost into the wall there. That was very close to a race-ending accident. So the other Ferrari is out of play. He's 2 seconds away now, but the other one, in the form of Captain Morgan, look at that, using some of that ERS deployment, cannot get alongside. Did he turn his DRS off? Is that at some point to try and not get past? He's looking very solid at the moment, the Ferrari around Spain. The Williams as well around the outside, inside, moving inside again, having a look, charging up that battery. 20% is what Jelly has in store now. All of them sort of have actually. PDMB is on 100%. He's on 100% battery, so he's really doing the job, saving up that ERS.
Credit to him. We used to seeing Senna use a lot of his battery. That is something that he does do quite a lot. But Jelly's the Dutchman, he's used quite a good amount of it as well. Keep an eye out for about for PA as well, because Stuckerboy and Rookie likes to get really close down towards turn 10. Here we go. Stuckerboy still on that soft tyre.
Switch back though.
Is it quite better than the medium tyre? Seems to be at this point. He's made that move through 10, 11 and 12. And as he swings into 13 and 14, he has got that position. And Rookie's made a little bit of a mistake on the curbing as well.
Round your side, send up for the lead. There you go, even before the braking zone, makes it work nicely indeed.
That's the best you think to 10 seconds. Penalty for
blocking. Whoa.
Oh, so here we go. Change for the lead once again. We could see that side by side.
Oh dear.
With PDNB and Senna. Great traction on the inside of turn 4 for the Aston Martin. Senna seems to have gone a little bit wide.
Williams.
Through comes Jelly. Brilliant stuff.
Really smart there. Picked up the throttle nicely. Up into P2 again.
Cracking stuff from Jelly, making the most of the situation presented in front of him. He could be diving towards turn 10 and
Down
he does
inside.
down the inside.
Way.
It's not quite as much of a braking zone as it used to be, but he's still making that work. He's still just about side by side, but not quite. As he peels into 12, he's got that position regained. He's back up to second place, but how much time has it lost to Senna?
Very little, actually. He's made that work beautifully indeed. He gained a lot of ground sort of with the turn in he has midway through the corner. Actually sort of closed the gap very nicely. He's dropped the Williams as well. This is sort of the window the Williams starts to struggle a little bit for grip.
Change the lead again. PDMV outside of turn 1 here, going deep, going through to the lead. Through comes Jelly.
Actually, look at Jelly around the outside.
Round the outside of turn 3, he's still hanging it out there. As Master Gimbear gets 10 seconds for ignoring blue flags. Jelly's still holding that outside line. Contact with Senna.
Oh my god, it's 5 cars. Oh wow, this is epic. Look at that down the inside, all of them. What are they trying to do here with the Williams?
It's brilliant stuff.
He's side by side, so yellow flag. Something's happened to one of the cars behind contact. What happened there? What is up in turn 5?
I think for Stucker Boy must have had a little bit of a problem because he was closing to Kenny, but he has since not been able to close as much. In fact, I think the gap has increased.
Oh dear,
sorry,
this is insane.
I have something in my eye, so forgive me for a second.
No, I don't forgive you. Well, this is absolutely appalling. Of course I forgive you. There's nothing you can do about it. It's all good. Actually, quite far away this time. Captain Morgan is more close to doing an overtake to the Alpine. However, he decides against it. So now Exo's made an entry. Exo's joined the party.
as usual, we do often see Exo is in the hunt somewhere.
That's true.
That's why he is a multiple champion across all of the ERC series.
Oh dearie me, it's just lovely to see the different lines the cars take. There's one car more on the inside, one more on the outside, and there's one dead in the middle. You don't know who's gonna break when and where and how and why and what.
Yeah, no, mate, it's honestly brilliant, especially if you've got drivers, especially around here. You can take quite a few different lines in a couple of these corners, picking turn 4, turn 5 as well, for instance. Turn 10 as well, some people like myself prefer a tighter line, some people prefer a wider line. It's great just to see that sort of diversity of options working in people's favour here on, well, could be starting lap 14.
Already lap 14, we're getting through this pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're going through this pretty sharpish here. I think that makes 53 to go. As we're seeing Chainman's lead, not quite, not this time. Right, this whole, I think, really okay. I thought I saw it. I'm going to go to the bathroom to try and rinse out I'll be back in a minute or two.
No worries, no worries. You take your time. The Red Bull and the Ferrari further back, P6 and P7, are also having a nice fight. Lovely to see Kenny's Ghost improvement has been staggering. Really, really impressive. Always happy to see Kenny do better and better each week in and out. Further back, we've sort of got massive gaps now. Masterbear is sort of there now. Yes, he's lapped. Yes, he's got multiple time penalties for ignoring blue flags. But look at this train of cars. This is sort of a trend on this game. It's very difficult to pull away from other cars, and it's very common to see DRS trains. Very, very common indeed. If you want to have a chance of winning a race, you cannot, for your life, lose that second window. If you lose it, your race is over, pretty much, because you just cannot compete with the straight line speed these guys can run, thanks to that DRS. Jelly's sort of looking. He moves back onto the racing line before PMB. Senna gets a penalty for corner cut to turn 1.
Senna just picked up track limits.
Indeed,
Not
yeah,
for the first time in this race. Captain Morgan looking through it down the inside into turn 4.
forced the door open.
He's forced the door, and he's got it.
He's managed. Nicely done indeed. He's really gone for that gap. He made the Alpine go for a very, very wide line, which does not help the traction, and really forced, in a brilliant way, forced himself a overtaking opportunity.
There is one very painful image in this at the moment, and it is Master Bear still keeping on the back of this.
Yeah, he's a lap down. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that before. Yeah, I was like, unfortunately, he is keeping up, but unfortunately, he's a lap down.
I mean, he is keeping up. We know he would, right? The man's got a lot of pace behind him. It's just that, you know, whatever happened at the start of the race, the whole pit thing, it's just not worked out for him. As Exo's closing on Senna, he could make a move down towards turn 1 this time. Yes, he does, using the actually effectively as well. He's made that position up P4. Highest in the race for him so far.
It's a lovely, lovely. Oh, hey, what's going on with Master Bear at the back there? It sort of looked like he ran off the circuit. Senna already losing ground pretty significantly. He's already lost almost a second to Exo. It's really important that he can stay within that DRS. Because if you lose it, I said it just before you came back. It's becoming a massive trend on this game. DRS trains, even in league racing.
Yep.
And if you drop out of a second, it's race over. You cannot catch up because they're so much faster down the straight.
I mean, the thing is that does, in a way, replicate F1 in real life. So I can see sort of like why it is, especially at some tracks. Like, what am I thinking?
It happens on every track
Austria
now, though.
As well. Well, that is a problem.
It's happening on every circuit except Monaco. Like even Spain.
Well, Monaco you can't overtake, so that's a whole different kettle of fish.
DRS over, DRS wide open for Jelly. Sorry, as he goes around the outside. However, Aston Martin says no.
Fence is still there. Here we go through 3. He's gonna try and hold that outside line. Try and force his way into turn 4. Don't know if that's quite going to work. No, not quite. Still behind PDMB on corner entry, so he has to stay with second place for now.
Indeed, he
replaced
the Aston Martin with the McLaren. You have 1991 all over again. Senna versus Mansell into that bit of the... Ooh, that's a slide for PDMB in the Aston Martin.
Yep. Also, a little bit of a fun stat. 1.4 seconds covers the top 5. That's how close things are right now.
Indeed, indeed. We're getting. Oh no! The Aston Martin made a mistake.
Why does the Aston Martin
P2 now around the outside? He's still hanging in there. He's still hanging in there on the outside.
He's still having a go, but he can't really into turn 13 hold that outside line. There is a couple of these corners around here where it is just one line, and that is one of them. Through goes PDMB, though, back to take the lead. Once again, and Captain Morgan's going to be using this.
Trust himself around the middle!
Through the middle! Through to the lead!
Almost, but he's forced wide by the Aston Martin of PDMB, and that allows Jelly back through on the inside line. But he still sticks it around the outside. Charles Leclerc all over again. He's made it. He's done it. He's made it work around the outside of turn 3. Lovely stuff from the Ferrari man.
Jelly was boxed in there. There's not really much that he could have done. On that
that's
he had PDMB to his front. He had PDMB to his front, and he had Captain Morgan to his side, and there wasn't really much else he could do other than go further to the inside, so he sort of had to give that up. There wasn't really much that he could do, but cracking stuff. 1.2 seconds covers your top 5 with Master Bear in there as well. Captain Morgan trying to move on the outside to turn 10. Not happening this time. Sunshine switch back though, and into turn 12. Holding the outside line once again seems to be a favoured line for the Ferrari into 13 though. Could he? No.
He's forcing him to have a bad. He's forcing him to have a bad line to get a bad exit.
Well, they had a cracking run down towards turn 1 this time. Last time, let's see if he can do the exact same thing. Oh, and down towards turn 1. He's picked up the lead for the first time, and Williams comes through as well. Jelly picks up second place off PDNB.
Absolutely mental racing we're having at the moment. EXO also having a look around the outside. UCR, is that Master Bear having a look at Senna getting past, but he's...
I don't understand why Master Bear's getting involved in this. Because it's more than likely that he's probably going to pick up another penalty for thingy.
He feels like, yeah, he feels like he's much faster, and he is fast, but if it,
problem on traction, I don't think this is worth it really. I say it's probably better to wait for a safety car instead of risking a penalty here.
However, yeah, but then however, if you don't get a safety car, you're stuck the entire race behind these guys, so per se.
Well, realistically, what other options have you got? That problem for him.
That's
he hasn't got many other options.
That is true.
I don't really see much else happening other than him trying to unlap himself, picking up the penalty, and then having to go all the way back, or just going back to the back of this pack anyway.
Is PDNB going to have a look down the inside? He does. This could cost valuable time, though.
Oh, off goes PDNB!
Puncture.
Contact as well.
Puncture. Oh, he's half spun it, but he's got a front right puncture from that.
Oh no! One of our top race contenders is out here on lap 20.66, 47 to go. As Master Bear, like I said, picks up another 10-second penalty for ignoring a blue flag. It's just not worth it to try and unlap yourself. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later. That's big.
Indeed. That is massive, because that's, first of all, that's disrupted their flow. That's cost them lots of time. Captain Morgan now is out of the DRS range of the pack behind him, and now he can try and pull away. He can try and pull away because these guys don't have to pull from him anymore, which means he's got the greatest chance to get away and get a win. If all goes well, of course.
It would have been absolutely brilliant.
Pit stop.
Make it work.
Something happened to Master Bear.
Yellow's in the third sector, off.
He's got out of the way. He's just got out of the way and he's gone into the pits.
He's coming into the pit lane.
Jelly as well, by the way.
Curve.
Could be, potentially could be.
Is it time when Master Bear retires from the race? Yeah.
Yeah, understandably
is it possibly time for green flag pit stops on the medium tyres, maybe?
As I said, depends, because the mediums, they can last halfway race distance. They can do that. You could do a one stop. You could try that. But the two stop is about the same in terms of time. And seeing how close the battle is, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe you want the tire advantage. Maybe you want to have maybe you want to sacrifice track position and get the pace advantage. But then again, you don't know if you're going to pull away. So it's a bit of a, what do I do here? What's the best thing I can do?
Not really much that you can do. Championship picture, EXO on 204 coming into this race. Rookie on 193. Smugget, who is not here, worth mentioning, in third place on 190. So that gap between third and the championship is going to increase ever so much if sort of EXO keeps up high as is and keeps it going. Big problems for Rookie as well, because he's in 10th and he's a good way off a lot of the pack here.
Someone who's been silently making his way back up the field is Gary. He's in 5th place. Of course, there's a few people that pitted in front of him, but still.
Of course.
He's right there with Scar. And we know Scar is very quick as well. Both Toro Rossos are occupied by two very, very fast people. And EXO has closed up the gap a little bit. It sort of stayed there now, 1.4, 1.3, slowly closing. Does look like he's got the pace. This could be crucial. So
could be, very much.
Because DRS, of course, you really want to have that. Once you don't have a pack of cars chasing you, that relieves you from the pressure. You don't have to worry about cars behind you trying to get past. And you can focus solely on the car in front.
That is true, yeah. Credit to Gary for running those hards for 21 laps. I reckon he probably goes hard, maybe around lap 30, pops on a set of mediums and pops on a set of softs, which is probably not a bad strategy to have.
Or you could, or in his position, you could just try and do a one stop and gain that pit stop back. That's also a Senna in the pits. So the question is,
you're demanding. Sorry, but then you're just demanding a lot from that hard tire. And again, you were saying earlier that hard tire isn't necessarily the fastest, so that's just my concern. Stuckerboy ahead of Kenny for 8th place as well.
It's not the fastest tire, but it is the most consistent one. And if he's got good pace in that, of course, he can make them last really long and he can still go for a one-stop. But then again, all the people have fresher tires and they're going to close up. So it really all goes how consistent you are and how much consistently are you faster or slower than the cars around you.
Well, his last lap was his fastest with a 17.1.
That's very good, actually.
On 22 lap hards. For the most part, he's sort of averaging top pack pace from what we had before. From what I'm looking, there was a couple of laps a little bit earlier on in the stint which weren't ideal.
Ooh, two-stop. That's a two-stop for Captain Morgan, by the way. He's pit in again for mediums. Let's see, what does Scar do? Jelly.
What does Scar do?
Jelly has got a massive undercut on the Ferrari. Not that big, actually.
Laps, so it's a healthy amount of an undercut there. All gold ahead of Senna as well as Stuckerboy gets past the Alpine there for the mid-pack battle of the P7 now. To sort of what we pivoted to.
Let me check. Stops. So everyone's pitted except Gary and Exo. Let's see. Does Exo stay out a little while longer? Does he...
I could fully see that. Yeah.
I mean, he's got pace at the moment. He's lapping consistently.
Let's have a look. View lap times.
And he's goes putting.
Well, he's coming in now, but he was looking about. It looks to me sort of about an 18.0 average, I think. It's sort of a 17.9, 18.0 advantage. I think so. His PWP plus the fastest lap in gives Gary second place at the moment. Jelly up third for what could be at least an net lead. Stuckerboy picks up 15.7 fastest lap. That's pretty good.
So, Jelly, let me just quickly check the race. Most of them are going to have to pit again. Definitely Exo is on mediums again, Captain Morgan on mediums again, and Jelly on mediums again. So these definitely have to pit again due to the mandatory tire rule. That's sort of what I said. You want to go for 2 mediums and 1 soft at the end, or the other way around, or you want to spread them out in the middle, get the softs in the middle.
That's I think what we saw a lot, I think, from UCR as well on Friday. We did see a lot of drivers opt for some sort of medium soft strategy in any order. Up until that red flag came, I think most people.
There was a red flag.
It was a red flag. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Did you not watch the race?
No, I went to do other stuff after I retired.
Right. Essentially, what happened was about 45, I think. So a good 2/3 of the way through the race, Jamie hits that glitch curve.
Oh yeah, I know about the accident, but I didn't know it was a red flag.
That went to a red flag.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first red flag of the season. What can I say? 41 to go here at UCR 100. Scar leads Gary, leads Jelly, leads Captain Morgan, leads Exo. Your top 5. He's Angelo. He's the one monitoring the stream. I'm Kacper. I'm the one that just gets to sit, kick back and relax for once.
Indeed. We love to see it. It's good to switch it up every now and then. It's a good.
Can't complain.
It's what they do in real life as well.
Exactly. Senna made a position on Kenny for 8th place. But more races to come as well this week. All these on the international Paddock account. UCR at Imola. That's with myself tomorrow. Scott's on with RFL at. I actually don't know where RFL's racing. Portsmouth, thank you. And then ERC Masters on Sunday night as well. These 8 PM UK time, 9 PM Central European time, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time for other time zones. Please convert accordingly. Thank you.
Nice. That's good information right there. Love to see it. To be fair, it's actually. It's 6 hours for you because I'm an hour ahead, so it's 7 for me. Understood. Mathematics.
It's 5.
What do you mean it's 5?
It's a 5-hour difference.
No, it's a 6-hour difference.
Well, for you it's a 6-hour difference, but for me it's a 5-hour difference.
Is it not 7?
No.
I don't know. I have no idea. It's confusing. Time zones are confusing.
I always thought that Eastern was 5 hours behind. Mountain is 6. Central is 6. Mountain is 7, and Pacific is 8, or something like that.
Well, that is some lovely geographical knowledge. Another great geographical knowledge thing is that it's about to change. Is that the Ferrari is blasting past the Williams to change the geographical order of the grid.
Geographical order of the grid, brilliant.
Yes, the Italian car passes the British car, and now it's Italy in front of Britain.
So it's Italy, Germany, Italy, Britain, Italy, Britain, France, Britain.
Yes.
Germany, Britain.
It's the World Cup but with F1 cars.
Insert that World Cup song by Speed.
I just realised.
What?
Ferrari would have lost. Italy would have lost the World Cup final. In the Constructors' Championship. Anyway, against Austria as well, costing them points. So funny, isn't it? I can't wait for Ferrari to demolish you this year. Anyway.
I am a McLaren fan. That is not going to happen. We're going to have
sure?
Oscar OP81 champion.
Wait, hold up a second. Is that Scar making a mistake? Oh, he's hit the glitch curve as well.
Yeah. That is... The thing is, they say they patched it, which is the
it's
really
Codemasters, they never do. They never
that's
patch
the really
stuff.
irritating bit. Yeah, that's true. But they say they patched it, which is really irritating.
To be fair, they did patch it because it used to be at turn 1. Now it's at... It used to be at turn 1, yes. I've got a screenshot from last year's game where my Ferrari is halfway inside the track.
Brilliant. Halfway
Indeed.
inside the track.
Yeah, it's like half the car was in the floor. It was like sideways. It was like, what? And it was like a split second. It was just, then it was straight again. But I screenshotted it and it was freaking hilarious, man.
Gonna have to send me a picture of that.
Yeah, I probably have it still. Gary's now being caught by the Ferrari. It's, you know, Captain Morgan is really flying along here. He's dropped the Williams of Jelly already. Almost. He wants to get away out of the DRS zone very quickly. He's just managed to get it. Let's see. Yep, no DRS for the Williams.
No DRS for the Williams, but DRS for the Ferrari as he sailed past to take the lead once again.
Yeah, slingshots.
Spain goes deep though, I think, a little bit.
Not too big of a problem. That gained him. That gained him half a second on Jelly. That straight line speed at like plus from that rear wing opening up. That's half a second lap time you gain just from using the DRS from another car.
Yeah. Also, I've just loaded up chat, and then this is all from Rookie. Evening, gents. Can we all pray for Exo to bid it so that I can have a chance at beating him? I've not had a rookie special podium in ages. I've beat him once for the title and lost 3 times. No smug it tonight, so let's have Exo bid. Deal? Deal. Thank you and good night.
Oh dearie me, let's definitely not hope that not the same thing happens, what happened to his teammate a few laps ago.
Hopefully, yeah.
If I'm on board, if it happens now, I'm eating my own trousers. It didn't happen.
I will. You are aware that I will hold you to this.
Yes, but every time I said that, you never won.
And yet this time I will ensure that I will.
Yeah, but
God,
I said it.
God damn it! I want to see you eat your trousers.
See, that is something that I wouldn't do, even if I. This is why you kids. This is why you don't bet.
Yeah, the kids. If there's one lesson that you need to learn from this, don't bet anything.
Yes. Especially, do not eat your own trousers if you lose.
Well, depends what trousers.
I'm gonna make pancakes that look like jeans, and I'm gonna eat them, and you'll think they're you'll think they're real.
Pancakes that look like jeans.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Right, Gary's dropped back from DRS here.
He's still now he was in it, but now he's just of course he's on those hard times. It would have been very ideal if he could have kept up and stayed within that DRS, because that could have just dragged him along, and that would have evened out his pit stop disadvantage.
It would have done, but I imagine the East Midlander has got some other sort of strategy at play.
Exo.
Change for third place. I was about to say, yeah, Exo's sailing past. Gel, he's took a point also, making up positions on all gold. So positions still changing here midway through the race, up 32 to 66.
Indeed, Stukaboy, as you said, up into P5. Scar in P9 after that glitch. Unfortunate, really unfortunate that. Birds in P11.
I should also apologise for all the coffee.
No, I don't forgive you. You're disrupting my stream.
Right, I'll go then, shall I?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's only normal to get sick sometimes.
No, it's weird because I've only got the cough. I haven't got anything else.
It's only a little bit. It's like irritation, like that chronic cough you have sometimes during winter. It's just there because it's cold.
Yeah. Welcome to winter in London. That's all I can say on that.
Well, how many degrees do you have? Degrees? How many degrees Celsius is it? As we watch EXO.
It says it's currently 5
degrees Celsius.
Yeah, as EXO takes second place.
Indeed.
Away from Gary. Yeah, it's only 5 degrees around here.
What? -2 today.
It's going to be 11 degrees tomorrow.
What? Nice. I want that. I want some nice.
Well, thing is, you live in Switzerland where it's always cold.
Fair enough, fair enough. Touche, touche. Actually, we've got 6 degrees tomorrow. No, 5. 5 degrees.
Ooh! We're over positive here, folks.
Excuse me? Huh?
We're over 0. He's happy. He's a happy man.
Yes. Finally. I don't have to worry about my hair freezing up in the morning when I go to work after taking a shower.
Oh. Imagine having a job. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, like you can sit home.
Sorry,
do the things you want.
I've just given myself an existential crisis. Anyway.
Well, oh no! Don't worry about it. It's all good. It'll be fine.
I'm not actually giving myself an existential crisis. It's all the joke.
That is good. I'm happy. Good. That's good.
Yeah. I do need to do my job. But anyway, that's the need to actually send applications over. Battle for what do we want to look at? P2 or P6?
P6 is also looking good, but P2 is shaping up to be P3 actually. P3, yeah.
Oh, P3 now. Yes.
The Mercedes on the hard time. Gary's really going the long way. I assume he's gonna try and go so long that he just needs to do the last 20 laps, and he can do them on the softs because they can be done. I've tried that, and it does work. You just need to watch out for traction.
I reckon he plays it a little bit safer and goes for the medium.
Just
in case. Just in case. Because then he doesn't waste a set of softs and he can use that for...
He gets past rookie license. Sorry about that.
That's fine. All Gold also gets past Stucker Boy. There's a problem for Stucker Boy, actually. He's had a bit of a spin through turn 13. And what do you know? I think it might have been that glitch curve once again. It's flashing up much more than we saw at UCR.
Yeah, it's the game has a couple of interesting glitches.
Listen, there's a reason why I have a saying: EA making a game that works as intended.
They used to make it. I'm not gonna go into that again. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I won't bring it up.
Go on.
Although there was one funny mapping issue. Well, it wasn't really an issue, but in Brazil, an F1 Challenge or any EA PC game from the time, going down the Cida do Lago, the car would start floating, sort of above the track because. Yeah, it's not much, but the car sort of floats above the track because the contact surface is a bit higher than the actual track surface, so it looks like the car is floating a little bit, but it's not bad. Right. It's always something I took sort of notice back when I was a kid. It's funny. He's flying past Jelly again, yeah.
Well, he's flying past, and also. He's saying monster lap times. Like, genuinely, his pace is getting better. He's putting his personal fastest of the race so far with a 16.7 on lap 34. That is insane.
It's looking good. Of course, those hards, despite also, of course, being slower than the medium or soft counterparts, like I said, it is more consistent, and if the more fuel you burn, the lighter your car gets, and you can go faster. The hard tire sort of allows that for you to extract very consistently improving performances because it's a tire that lasts.
That's true, yeah. But my concern is yes, it's a tire that lasts. But I wasn't sure if it had the pace to go with it, but it seems to, at least for Gary. I reckon he pits around lap 45, does 20 laps on medium, and goes to hell with it.
But even that, he's managing to defend pretty successfully against Jelly. He's genuinely keeping the pace up here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like. Great fight out of that final corner, and he is really keeping up with other cars. Like he's going at pace that we saw from the lead pack at the start of the race, and they were pulling away from a couple of the drivers. So, you know, that is very, very good going.
Yeah, in the meantime, he's keeping up nicely. Exo, in the meantime, he's making inroads on that Ferrari at the front.
Ooh, Jelly made a bit of a mistake. Exit at 9. Saved the car.
Saved
thankfully
it.
for his own sake. Yeah, I think thankfully for his own sake, he did manage to save it.
I think I've got something in my eye now.
Right, brilliant. I'll keep an eye. Who are you on with, Captain Morgan?
I'll be with X, so I'll be expecting him.
You go deal with that while I go full radio style. Jelly's closing. Jelly goes to the right side down towards turn 1. He's got that move done. Down the inside into that first corner. Nicely done by the Williams. He's up to 3rd place as it stands on 17 lap hold. medium tyres. Gary in 4th place, who's had those hards on since the very start of the race. He's still in 4th place. Captain Morgan and Exo just out after his lead pack. All Gold in 5th as well. Senna in 6th with Kenny in 7th, Scar in 8th. Bird in 9th. Stuck in 10th. Rookie championship protagonist, but seems not to be for much longer if things keep going as is. In 11th place, PDMB down in 12th and last of running cars so far. Snooker Boy up to 9th place ahead of Bird as well, who's had those mediums on since about lap 10.
Jelly around the outside of Gary makes it stick.
Or does he? He does.
Yeah, he does, yeah, but that's... I'm not sure how smart of a move that was, because that's just going to give Gary DRS again.
That is, and, you know, Mercedes versus Williams, it's pretty closely matched, I think. So we'll see. So DRS is going to work wonders, and Gary is going to get back in the lead. I reckon Jelly should probably waited. And I think I could gather from what you were hinting at. I think you think the same thing.
Yeah, he could have waited. On a straight, of course, using the same setup for every car, the Williams is actually faster than the Mercedes. But of course, that is if I use the same setup on every car. Because we don't know what these guys are running, but in general, the Williams does have very high top speed.
Well, talking about setup, what do you go for here at Barcelona? Because you've got block straight, but you've also got sweeping corners.
It's not maximum downforce, but it's sort of in the high 30s and in the low 40s for the front downforce, and then for the rear downforce you want to be sort of in the 20s, mid 20s, sort of that direction.
And for context, that's a scale out of 50, yes?
Yeah, that's a scale out of 50, exactly.
Yeah, okay, just wanted to make mention for those who may not already know. Jelly closing, is he? Yes, he is. He's all the way up to 3rd place once again. Great move, and also a move for All Gold on, is that All Gold? That is All Gold. That is
a lapped car.
Lapped car, yeah. That is PDMB probably. In fact, definitely.
Indeed. That's very hard on PDMB. He was leading this race for the first stages. He was really looking good, saving up his ERS, keeping up nicely, and then just that. So he's a lap down now. It's a bit sad to see. Can't lie.
It is unfortunate, but you know, it happens, and it is doubly unfortunate because PDMB had great pace early on. So it's a shame that he couldn't quite continue that into the latter stages of this race. We're about to start lap 41, 26 to go as these guys cross the line. It's shaping up to be an interesting one.
It is indeed. You've got the two leaders that are sort of there. They're sort of teasing the audience with the DRS distance. There's sort of 1 point. Well, there you go. That's on. It's must have made a small mistake here into turn 2. That's cost. He's lost about half a second there. That's put EXO in DRS range. So the question is, how long can Gary around the outside of
Jelly. Of 4. This is brave. Could he? I think he might just about be able to do it. He's still holding that outside line. That's turned into the inside for 5. But no, those hard tyres are not looking as hot as they used to. He's still trying to force the inside for 7, but that's just a mistake, if anything. But that was a great attempt from Gary to make a move.
All of that battling is bringing All Gold back into this. As PDMB attempts to unlap himself.
Again, I don't quite understand why.
I mean, of course, they're trying to get on with it. They see they're faster than these guys. They want to try and get away. All Gold again. Oh, how many times does All Gold somehow not lose the car? That's insane. Jelly pits in on lap 42.
I mean, that's just that's just credit to South African driving style, if anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. We've seen Jody Scheckter.
That is true.
Winning a championship for Ferrari. Actually, the last champion before Schumacher. Fun fact. Now we're approaching. Yes, the last drivers' champion before Schumacher was Jody Scheckter, and Ferrari waited 21 years for getting another champion.
You're currently what, 17, 18 years?
Yes, it's the second longest drought, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it's rapidly approaching those 21 years, I can't lie. Maybe this year, but again, I say every year.
This is gonna sound really horrific, right? But I kind of don't want Ferrari to win for one reason. That I just want Kimi to stay the last Ferrari World Champion for as long as possible.
That's
because I love Kimi.
Yeah, I love Kimi too, but you know, and don't know what to say to that. I'm baffled. Yes, Kimi is amazing. We love the fact that he's become world champion. I love Kimi. He was my favorite driver for a long time before Charles Leclerc stepped up. Of course, of the current Formula 1 drivers, of course. Nah, I want a Ferrari championship as soon as possible. It's looking good. There's a high potential.
There is also, however, a high potential of two new teammates not gelling.
That is correct.
Worth mentioning.
Yeah, but you cannot forget. The other one is a 40-year-old nearing the end of his career, and the other one is still young, raring to go and have that first championship.
Could be a change of lead here. Captain Morgan is being closed in on by Exo, but not by enough for a position into turn one. Not this time. 23 to go here in Barcelona, Catalonia, not far from the coast. Montmello, the city from which the MotoGP Espargaro brothers grew up, only a couple of miles away from this circuit.
Interesting trivia. I didn't know that.
I watch MotoGP. I do like a good bit of MotoGP. I don't watch it often, but when I can, always a good little watch.
Yeah, indeed, I agree. Some very good racing, brilliant racing there. It's always so close, and the Italian commentator goes mad at everything. It's fantastic. Guido Meda, fantastic commentator.
I mean, I swear Italian commentators go crazy at anything, just in general.
Oh yeah, indeed. You should have heard Kimi Räikkönen when he became the champion. You could hear the commentator going absolutely ham.
Oh my goodness! Right, Exo
that's a
down
lead.
The inside. That's a lead change. Down towards turn one. Exo ahead of Captain Morgan. I don't. Is that Exo's first time leading this race?
Yes, it is. He's been sort of there with the lead pack, but now he's actually leading for the first time this race. Yeah, because he was undercut a little bit by Captain Morgan, I think.
Kenny in the
by
pits.
2 laps. Kenny in the pits. Kenny, I said it before, but again, I can't stress it enough. Kenny's improvement is staggering from.
Oh, absolutely.
Compared from last season, he was up there. He was about, before the pit stops came in, he was about 2 seconds off the lead.
Yeah.
The lead pack. Oh no, Gary! What's happened to Gary?
I will reinvite him. Yeah. Listen, I like Kenny. From the few brief interactions that I have had with him, invite to my game. There we go.
I've invited him yet. Oh no.
From the 2 brief interactions that I have had with him, he better hope that he joins quick, because otherwise he might be put into the pit. Right, he's back. I think he'll be okay. But changing the lead here. Captain Morgan, once again, Ferrari ahead of RB, ahead of Ferrari. Your top three, as it
The
stands.
Italian top 3, nice. We love to see it. Love to see it.
Continental top 6. Because of course Alpine is French and Mercedes is German.
Indeed, indeed, that is correct. That is very true.
Listen, Kenny, when he joined, was not the fastest. He was often straggling towards the back, a lap or two down. But now he is genuinely on pace with everybody else, and that is a massive improvement. Got to be commended, because he is doing incredibly well, and I am very, very happy to see him not on the bottom of the field.
2 stops, currently sitting in P9, ahead of Bird. Gary has rejoined, I think, but yeah, it's... Wait, Jelly is there as well? Oh, he's lost a pit stop, that's why. Ay, Gamal. I thought Jelly, he might have been involved with Jelly. Is he out again?
Jelly?
No,
well, there's front wing damage.
Is Gary out? I mean, is he left the session again? Oh, Jelly does have wing damage, yeah.
No, I think Gary's still in. Ooh, so over the thingy goes Jelly. Yeah, Gary's still in. Otherwise, I think the air would have pitted him.
Oh no, he wasn't here.
Oh, he's back. Oh, he wasn't here. Right.
Now
okay.
he's back. Okay.
That's the idea.
These two are still battling for the lead. They're still going on. It's the closest battle we have so far on track. Ferrari versus Toro Rosso. Ferrari versus Minardi. If you really want to go into the... If you really want to be historican. Oh god, I would love to see Minardi back on the grid, man.
Yeah, so would I. But, right. Last season, speaking of Kenny's massive improvement, which again credit to him, last season he sort of averaged about 10th place finish. Didn't do all the races, but scored 88 points, which is pretty decent. Put him in 10th place. Currently, he's in 9th place with 106 points, with still 4 to go, including this race.
That's very good. Very good improvement. With
7th places, 8th places in there as well, as Gary finally peeled into the pit lane. So Kenny's doing incredibly well. Should be very proud of himself.
I agree. It's definitely very worth noting his improvement. Currently we're having DRS. He's got lots of ERS as well, so he's saved up basically 100% compared to Captain Morgan's 30%, just about.
Taking bets on how long it'll take Master Bear to disconnect before lap 10. I'm just saying. I'm saying just before his first stop. This is Scar and Exo. Exo, if I'm right, you don't race Sunday. Scar, if I'm right, you have to stop playing Farm Sim for a week. I think technically none of them got that right. I think.
No, Master Bear never disconnected. He just retired in the pits.
That is a bit of a disconnection.
By the way, just saying, we were talking, but I was watching the image while you were talking. Captain Morgan actually barely got out ahead of Exo there. There was like 0.5 millimeter between the two cars when they exited pit lane from one rear end to the other front end. So, and both on softs as well for the last 17 laps. Those tires should last very easily the distance. Yeah. They're 7 seconds ahead of Scar, who's done his second stop already. He's on the hard tire. Tell you what, Scar could generally finish P3.
That would be cracking for the car if you could.
He was a bit further back most of the race, but now he's up there.
Last
Nice P3,
last
yeah.
sort of 10-ish laps, Captain Morgan's looking at mid 16. What about EXO? Let's have a look.
EXO goes for the lead, passing with the DRS, getting ahead of the Ferrari before we even get into the braking zone of turn 1.
Also, I think a mid 16, but smidge faster on average. I think there was quite a few 16.4, 16.3 times. So I think a little bit more pace for EXO here.
Of course, yeah.
He could very well win this. Zorgold gets past Jelly for 4th place overall. And Jelly's actually off the track here. Yeah, he went off through turn 2.
Down inside, Stukabo having a look. It is vital that Morgan does not lose DRS, but he's just barely lost it. He's back in it.
Really unfortunate. He's back in it now, so he'll be okay for now. But how long is he going to use legs? So really just pulls away and says, sod off. I'm running away. 16 to go here.
Now, if Captain Morgan can stay close, never, because look at that. He was about a second off. Now he's just 4/10.
You're going to be relying on that DRS though down the front straight. I don't know if he's going to work long term. I think
he's got
second
plenty.
place is pretty safe, but I don't think he can get first here.
I'll just wait for it. You never know, especially slipstream. You've got slipstream effect. You've got DRS. He's got plenty more. He's got twice as much ERS as EXO does. Because of course, if you're in the lead, you have more drag on the straight, and that consumes a lot more of your energy as well. So you can't forget that. And look at that. He's keeping up pretty nicely. He's maybe had an off lap there. Now he's back on the ball.
Yeah.
So half a second, still there. So question is, does he want to stay behind, save some of that ERS up?
Oh, it's side by side for 6th place. Senna and Jelly out of turn 7 and 8 into 9. Senna.
Captain Morgan for the lead. Sorry.
Place. It's fine. Yep. Down into turn 1. EXO still holding that outside line. It's still too wide. Into turn 3, Captain Morgan does have that advantage and he's using it to his advantage. Has he got a little bit wide through turn 3 though, inside? But EXO is opened up, but no, EXO falls back into draft.
Very nicely done there from Captain Morgan, placing his car just at the right spots to be able to get ahead despite EXO having the initial advantage. So very nice indeed, up into P1. Stukaboy was also... Yes,
mentioning that EXO started stone dead last.
Okay, so that's very solid going.
That is, I mean, there's a reason he's championship leader, right? Because he's damn good and he's damn fast, and he's proving it tonight, which is brilliant stuff. Right, through Catalunya corner, the final corner here at Barcelona. Onto the front straight we go once again. EXO closing on his fellow compatriot. As down towards turn 1 we go once again. 53 of 66. He doesn't get out of the draft, he waits. He's just waiting for a little bit of a better opportunity.
Maybe he's going to wait until the final lap, who knows. But if that is the case, Captain Morgan needs to find a way to force him to get past.
I don't think he's going to wait to final lap here. I think if he's going to wait, he's going to wait till like 3 or 4 to go and then belt it. Just try and catch Captain Morgan a little bit off guard. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, but it's basically impossible because you expect the car behind to at some point get past you into one of the DRS, into the DRS zones. Because it's sort of evolving into that type of battle that it's really about when are you in second place and when do you make your over. You need to be smart about doing your overtake. I've seen plenty of situations where there was one car in second place sitting behind for 20 more laps, only to overtake on the final lap and win the race because it's so difficult to pull away. Getting closer, he's getting closer.
He's looking again, he's just waiting.
Both of them this time. Yes, carry on.
No, I was just going to say he's just waiting for that better opportunity. We were talking about it just a moment ago, but he is waiting for that better opportunity. He's just sort of manifesting as such, to use trendy-ish terminology.
I know what you mean.
And I emphasise trendy-ish because I don't really
manifesting a P1 for this driver.
I don't know if manifesting is still a trend, but I'm assuming that it is.
It is.
Because it's funny.
People say manifesting an 8th championship for Lewis Hamilton.
I'd rather Charles win one than Lewis win an 8th.
I know, me too.
Love Lewis, but
I'd love for Charles Leg.
Lucky Leclerc.
Into lap number 55, Carlos Sainz out of 66. That is some plenty good straight line speed there.
Nice
from
one, and Exo goes there into P1. Could he be using this as his opportunity to just bolt it down the road?
You know, Exo's got 50% ERS. Captain Morgan has got almost 100, so
probably not.
So what is Captain Morgan now? What is Captain Morgan going to do now? Is he going to stay behind? Is he going to try and get past?
Because I think that energy advantage, so that is worth bearing in mind.
Yeah, but it's also worth bearing in mind these guys are running such close proximity in terms of pace that trying to get ahead is only going to make you subjectable to another attack.
Right. Okay.
If you understand what I mean, if you're ahead,
I know what
you're opening yourself up for an attack from the car behind. If you're behind, you're the one controlling the attack.
Kenny's off track.
Oh,
Kenny's off track through turn 4. Lost the position to Bird, loses another to Gary. He's got a little bit of front wing damage. I think he may do. Yes, he does. Right front wing end plate is nowhere to be seen. As Captain Morgan takes the lead once again into turn 1. But that is unfortunate for Kenny. Probably going to have to pit. I don't imagine he'll want to spend 10 laps on hard tyres without a front wing.
Get those fresh softs, get the front wing changed and try and go for a fastest lap. Gary gets a penalty.
How are penalties actually stacking up at the moment? Senna's got 15, Bird's got 3, Gary's got 3, and PDMB's got 10. That's how things are stacking up.
Bird's on 3 seconds.
Eddie could still pick up.
Yes, carry on,
going
please.
Slow into the pit lane though. Sorry,
yeah,
I've just been watching.
Gonna be careful.
Probably
careful entry.
Yeah.
Careful entry. Trying to not get a unnecessary penalty to keep those clean racing.
Yeah.
Clean racing points. You gain quite a few. You gain 2 additional points.
It's 2 per race if you don't pick the penalty throughout the race. Yeah. So, you know, that's an easy 28 points on the across all 14 races. And for context, 30 points is a win here at ERC. It's an amended points format, so it's 30 points for a win, which is, you know, that's a decent amount of points there. We're on 10 to go, and I'm going to brag ever so slightly, because guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm going to the F1 exhibition as we've got a safety car!
Oh, dearie me!
All gold off through turn 2.
What has happened to... Oh, wing down. Oh, that's...
Front wing's completely fallen off there.
Oh, dear, that's
That is
probably...
gonna change the whole dynamic of this race.
Scar has been manifested into existence now. Oh dearie me. That's gonna bring
Right.
PDMB in back as well.
Yes, that is true.
That's gonna bring that's bringing everyone back in.
That's what I was about to say. It's gonna bring everybody back in. It's
Poor
gonna bring
Senna.
yeah, Senna, PDMB on double-digit penalties. That is really unfortunate to see. But all gold off the start. He was doing really well. Captain Morgan's going to be in there. Exo's going to be in there. Scar's always up there. Jelly could squeeze his way through. Maybe even Rookie could pick up a couple of positions to try and close down that championship difference. Bird picks up a penalty for speeding under safety car.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Not good, not good. That's really unusual, I can't lie.
Of course, that does have to be served under green conditions. As the safety car is about to be picked up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Captain
They've overshot it massively. And he's disqualified for the second position!
Oh, no!
Oh, my word! A simple overshoot has disqualified one of the main contenders from the whole race. What's happened?
He didn't give the place back in time.
Oh my word!
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, that's... Yeah, it's... Exo gets out of the way to let the Aston Martin through. Oh.
That is big. That is unfortunate. Oh my word.
Must have been distracted. He was distracted by something. I don't know.
Must have been, clearly.
Because...
But one simple distraction, and that's it.
Yeah. I cannot...
That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah. I know I would be very mad if that happened to me. Yeah. It is what it is. It's part of it.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But then again, Rookie, that happened to me last night in Managers.
Yeah, sometimes the safety car really is really slowing this up, but you gotta watch out for it. You've got a mini map. You've got to see. You've got to check. I also learned that the hard way. You've got to check the mini map to see where it is. Sometimes
you should have it on, really. As
yeah.
I think Bird's come into the pit lane for some penalty of his.
I feel awful.
Yeah, I think that's for 10 seconds for speeding. For some other penalty, because he did pick up a penalty just as we saw Captain Morgan get disqualified. That is, yeah, damn, that is really unlucky.
He went from fighting for the lead, only a few laps left to go, to being disqualified. That is the most. That is such a horrible feeling. That must be.
Oh, it must be an absolutely horrific feeling. And I am not a racer, right? So I can't really comment on this, but I can imagine it must be absolutely soul-shattering. Because you're fighting for the lead for so long. Two different stages at the start, and then from his most recent pit stop, he was up there fighting for podiums, if not the lead. And then,
boom,
bang,
just like that.
You're distracted. You don't see where the safety car is, and that's your race done and dusted, and you pick up no points.
Yeah, that's just... I've had that happen to me where I was fighting for podiums, and then on the final lap, contact with another driver, he just was not careful. I remember there was a huge debate for it as well. That driver threatened everyone and everything, and in the end they got penalized, rightfully so. I crashed out on the final lap at Zandvoort. after the safety car re-entry. So yeah, and I was really distraught by that. I was really upset, and I can't imagine how Morgan must feel.
Oh yeah, it's unfortunate, but welcome to esports, I suppose.
Mm.
I don't quite know what else to say here.
Nothing much. There's nothing much you can say other than try again next week. There's always a chance.
Always is.
And yeah. I don't think he's very far high up the championship order though. Whatever that win.
Let me have a look. Let me have a gander. Let's see. 100 standings. Captain Morgan, he's only done 3 races this season so far, but 2/3 and a 4th place puts him 10th in the standings.
Okay, so maybe it's not as painful, but still painful, of course. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, by the way. We're about to go 6-lap sprint. Who's gonna take it? It's gonna be a fight between the 2 AlphaTauris and
you mean RBs? It's not AlphaTauri anymore.
Oh, God damn
well,
it.
you'd probably call it a Minardi if you could. Right, 6 to go here as we're in Barcelona, and I don't know what's going to happen here.
Indeed. We have DRS pretty much straight off the bat. Who's going to win this? Of course, I don't think Senna's going to really finish very high because of those 15 seconds.
I would not be surprised if he's, because of that 15-second penalty, dropped down all the way down to the bottom of the pack. Everybody on fresh softs though, so this is going to be interesting. This is going to show true pace here. Going into the final couple of races of the season, this is going to be interesting to see who's got it, who hasn't, and
indeed.
who to look out for.
Into
turn 10.
We're about to say the same thing. Into turn, the final 2 turns. Absolutely love the fact that they've reverted back to the old layout. Absolutely love it. Gary gets a penalty.
Seconds. He's got 6 seconds now overall. Right, DRS is enabled from this lap. We're not going to see it down the front straight. You could be seeing a change of lead here. Depends if Scott close up enough on EXO. He's closing. Well, he had a drive-through, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did have a drive-through, so that is very, very unfortunate. The pack's sort of split in 2 at the moment, with sort of a top 5 and then from 6th to 10th as it stands. But of course, everybody's still sort of within DRS range, just about. But we'll see. It's getting mighty close here.
Stukenboy also has a chance, of course. He's also like all goal.
Yeah.
Everyone without a penalty has a very good chance of getting this race win.
I mean, as it stands, Stukenboy is on for a podium, which I imagine he's not going to be dissatisfied about. DRS is coming into play from here on out. Could be a change for third place here. Stukenboy dives down the inside. All very, very close. Inside through 11, but Senna's managed to block him off through exiting into turn 12. Nicely done by the Alpine.
That was a very late dive there. That didn't work out, but still, very good attempt. Nonetheless, DRS enabled. Let's see, 320, 325, 330, 335 down. Entry to turn 1. Who's going to break later? Is it the Aston Martin? Is it the Alpine? They both break at the same time. Oh. He's got the outside line and he's passed back up into P3 again. Despite the penalties.
There. Yeah,
indeed,
great
very
line
lovely.
There. Yeah, he managed to defend it really nice. But down the inside goes Stukenboy! Out of nowhere!
Still there!
Out of nowhere! Into turn 5, trying to hold him off. Bit of contact as well. Careful for the South African ball goal behind. It's still side by side a little bit further back as well. as Jelly and Gary are having at it. Of course, that's not really going to matter much because Gary does have that penalty on his own head, but that is something to look out for. Stucker Boy still fighting for that third place on the track, looking for that dive. Yeah, it's 10 point, call it off. It's going to be 3 to go as they cross the line here.
It looks like, contact. Stuka's running to the back of Senna. Stuka probably really frustrated there. Doesn't understand why is Senna defending so hard. He's got 15 seconds worth of time penalties, but of course he is entitled to defend. Unfortunately for Senna.
Here comes Stuka Boy, here comes Allgold 3 wide down the front straight once again. Allgold making the most of it as he picks off 2 positions. Stucker Boy still trying to hold that inside line through turn 2. Can't quite pull it off. Contact. Round goes Jelly almost as he's on the inside of turn 3. What is happening here?
Very aggressive. He was trying to make it. He saw the.
Off goes. No, he doesn't. Oh,
oh dear. Chill out, Kacper. It's all good. Scar, we missed the overtake. We missed the overtake for the lead. Sorry, Scar's past Exo.
I should clarify. I saw Stucker just go straight on at turn 4 and then reset himself. So a bit of lag is coming into play.
Sorry for interrupting you, but that's Exo back into the lead. That's Allgold to P3. Now Stuka Boy back into P3. Gary's right there as well. They've completely nicked Senna. Senna, who's gone on the grass, he's almost half spun there.
Well, thing is, Senna uses a lot of his battery at the start because he's often not on very much battery. I'm not particularly surprised. We've got 2 to go here. Allgold makes a move as well. Back up to 3rd place ahead of Stucker Boy. Gary could be doing the same thing. Scar waits. Gary up to 4th place. Stucker Boy down to 5th as they all go deep into the first chicane here. This is madness. This is insanity. Brilliant. Love to see it.
Inside, outside, is it going to be a overtake? It is from PDB. PDB has managed to recover to P6. He was last. He was
Credit
last
to PDB here, yeah.
Oh God, that's Senna on the grass.
Senna on the grass on the inside of turn 5 through the kink at 6. Jelly gets past. Gary's got ahead of Allgold as well. That must have been coming through 5, 6, 7 as well. We're about to start the final lap, and I don't actually know who's going to finish in 3rd place or in the lead.
We're going to have a pretty good guess at who's that going to go to. I'm going to be following. There's a huge pack for 3rd place, of course, but there's this battle for the lead that's even more important for the championship.
Allgold goes a little bit wide. Final lap here. Right, let's one by one. Let's look at the pack of 2 and then the pack behind. Right, Scar is going to take the lead down towards turn 1. Can Exo try and defend that position? No, he can't. A little bit too far away. Right, further back. Allgold ahead of Gary. Can Stucker Boy do the exact same thing?
Oh my God, Stucker Boy down the inside.
And through goes PDNP.
PDNP around the outside of Gary as well.
He's still got that inside line. Can he pull it off? Inside through 3, down towards turn 4.
He does.
He's going to break a bit later. Nicely done. Gary would have lost the position anyway. But brilliant stuff from PDNB. Passed all the way to 5th in about 6 laps. Credit to him.
Let's see, this is very important. The next DRS straight for these 2 at the front, the 2 Menards. I keep calling it a different team every time. DRS, does Exo have the power to try and close in? He does not. He does not. No. He doesn't have the power for it.
Goes for the dive into turn 10, but can't quite pull it off. Man from the South Coast.
PDNB has made a mistake and lost the position.
The man from the South Coast has... The man from the South Coast has come to dominate the South Coast of Spain. He comes across the line, wins the race here at Spain for round 11 of the 100. Exo 2nd, Allgold 3rd, Stucker Boy 4th, Jelly 5th, PDNB. A great recovery to 6th place with Kenny 7th, Rookie 8th, Gary 9th, and Senna in 10th place. Once his penalties are taken into account, and then Bird finishes off the field in 11th place. Wow.
Oh, wow. This race had everything. Oh, wow.
What a finish. Because the thing is, we had green flag running for 57, I think, laps.
Pretty much.
And it was great stuff. And then safety car, and then chaos ensues. and we love it.
And we get to enjoy these celebrations?
I think driver of the day would go to Exo. From the back to second, I think. I don't know about you, but I'm inclined to do that.
Fair enough. All Gold getting a very nicely deserved podium.
Yeah, well done to All Gold as well. But yeah, that is it from us. Next week will be, well, we don't actually know because we only find out just under 2 hours before the race. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where UCR is live from Imola. And we will be back next Thursday night here on Paddock Red, but from London and from Switzerland. That is it. You can see the standings on your screen now. I've got the screen just in my corner. Scar takes the win. X is second, All Gold third. For what was a crazy, crazy finish to this race. From London and from Switzerland, take care. I will all see you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.